Run cut drill is a drill we use at Temple University to coach our running backs to make natural, smooth, full speed cuts while running the football. This drill is performed by placing cones on the sideline 5 yards apart lengthwise and 2 yards apart widthwise. While running back has the ball in his outside arm, he will perform 4 different cuts: the speed cut, the pressure step, the jump cut, and the slalom cut. The coaching points for the running back are that the running back must make a cut as close to each cone as possible while maintaining good ball security at all times. Each running back will burst between each cone to emphasize exploding out of each cut to elude defenders. The speed cut is the first cut we'll use. We'll run at full speed to each cone, making a quick, sharp cut without losing any speed. It's a sharp cut. It gets the running backs moving early in practice. Also allows them to make a sharp, fast cut without slowing down or losing any speed. Here you see the speed cut used in a game situation where the running back sees a hole to his left side without losing any speed, makes a quick, sharp cut, gets upfield, and bursts to the end zone. Here's another example of the speed cut. The running back presses the ball the front side of the offensive line and sees a hole to his left side, uses a quick speed cut to burst back to the open hole without losing any speed. The next cut we use in our run cut series is the pressure step. The pressure step, the coach for the pressure step, the running back must buzz their feet and shake their head to set up the pressure step in between each cone. The running back must run to each cone and get as close as possible before making the cut. The running back must maintain good ball security at all times. Each running back must burst between each cone to emphasize exploding out of every cut to elude defenders. That is a big coaching point for all of these cuts, to make sure that we're exploding out to avoid pursuit from the defender that we're cutting on, and also from the pursuit of all oncoming defenders that we don't see. So the pressure step will have the guys burst to the cone. They're going to buzz their feet, snap their head. Also with a little shoulder shake, we want to snap off the outside foot. Always want to make all these cuts off the outside foot. The snap the cones emphasizes in the running back's mind to always maintain good balance by trying to step on the cone with their outside foot. Never want to make a cut with your inside foot. Once your head's off center of and your gravity base is not on a straight line, it will cause slippage. Once you cut on your inside foot, your head's outside the framework of your body, it always causes a slip. So here we want to emphasize maintaining good balance, cut on the outside foot, having our head over our center of gravity, lowering our center of gravity with our hips, and bursting off each cut. For bigger guys in your program, maybe fullbacks, it's important that they master this as well. Technique, they must buzz their feet and snap their head. The bigger guys struggle a little bit more than the smaller guys, but as you can see, once they get the technique down, they can be just as effective as the smaller guys. Here's a clip of game footage where the pressure step is used. You'll see a defender close in pursuit of running back. He makes a buzz move with his feet and snaps his head in the opposite direction in which he wants to go, and eludes a defender in open space. It's also important that you don't lose speed on this cut, because pursuing defenders are always around, usually at the break point of each cut, to try to tackle the ball carrier. So it's important that we burst through each cut to elude the pursuit. Here's another example of a prep. Want to maintain speed and gain maximum distance off the cut to elude defenders and also the pursuit angles of chasing defenders. The jump cut is the next cut we'll talk about. The jump cut is performed by the running back staying behind the solid lines on the field that the cones are placed along. All right, running backs must run to the cone, get as close as possible. A lateral cut with their feet tight to the ground, which means you don't want to make a big jump in the air. You just want to burst laterally while maintaining your feet close and tight to the ground to burst upfield. Also, a big coaching point for this is that the running back must burst between each cone as quickly as possible, because it's the longest cut that we have in our series. It's the only cut where all your momentum is going laterally and not downhill. So it's important that you field as soon as possible to elude defenders. Here's the jump cut. It's important that young guys, the first thing they want to do is make the cut as far away from the cone as possible to make a lateral cut. But this is a good job of the running back pressing the line, keeping his feet behind the line when he jumps and lands, then bursting upfield. The line is a great representation of making sure the guys stay lateral and not going upfield. They want to stay lateral so that they can avoid the traffic in front of them, get to the open hole, and burst upfield. Running backs must concentrate on 4 points of security, 4 points of ball security, and 5 points of ball security in traffic at all times. It's always emphasized in these drills. Here's an example of a few jump cuts. You'll see the running back get through the line of scrimmage and elude defenders pursuing from the left side. He actually sees these guys out through his peripheral vision and makes a quick jump cut to avoid the cornerback while maintaining a lateral burst. He stays on the same plane, avoids the defender, gets around, gets his feet in the ground, which is very important on this cut. You must get your feet in the ground and burst upfield as quickly as possible to avoid pursuit. Here's another example on a draw play where the hole closes up. So it makes a jump cut, avoids the defenders, finds open area and gets upfield as quickly as possible. The next cut we'll perform in this series is the Slalom Run. The Slalom Run is a subtle movement, not really a cut. It's important for big guys to master this drill while making subtle moves while running full speed to get defenders. As you'll see in this drill, we're just going to circle the cones and maintain our speed as we round each cone. It's a full speed drill. Big guys have to work on getting their ankle flexibility and their hip flexibility loose enough to get around these cones. Smaller guys have an easier time at this, but all these cuts must be mastered by all the running backs in your program. Allow them to be complete is the main goal of ours at Temple University. So here you see the guys rounding the cones. They're not jumping over them, they're actually rounding them as fast as possible. Here's seeing game. Running back's going to make 3 subtle cuts or run moves that mimic the slalom run. Allows him to run full speed, having confidence in his ankle flexibility and his balance to maintain speed and avoid defenders. Here's another example of slalom run. Smaller guys usually have an easier time at doing the slalom run. Ankle flexibility is good. He's making quick, fast movements without losing any speed.